Good morning and thanks so much for tuning in. This is NDTV Profit and my name is Alex Matthew. First of all, from all of us at the NDTV network, here's wishing you and your families a very happy Ganesh Chaturthi. May the breaker of barriers and obstacles bring happiness and prosperity to your homes. The big story we're tracking today is the imposition of additional 25% tariffs by the US on Indian exports. This makes the cumulative tariffs at 50%, the highest among any of the US's major trading partners. This is something that we've been building towards for 3 weeks now. And the equity markets have seemingly accounted for the implications. What's the way forward? Can the impact be mitigated by bolstering domestic demand and growth? And what will the reaction be if this is reversed, as many expect it will be eventually? We'll talk about some of that. But more importantly, we'll talk about the implications for the equity markets here in India and also India's exporters. But let's talk about what is in the works from a domestic policy perspective. And to tell you about everything that has been spoken about in the recent past, from a potential measure to protect India's exporters, we've got Rishabh Bhatnagar joining in. Rishabh, what can you tell us about everything that has happened so far?
Right, in terms of a response that could be coming in from the government side is, of course, the number one being the export promotion mission. This is something that was announced in the budget this year, hasn't been implemented so far, but has been a long-standing demand of exporters based here in India. What we're hearing is that it is being planned as a 6-year package up until FY 2031. This will come with an outlay of 25,000 crore, which will be split between two sub-schemes under the export promotion mission, one being Niryat Disha and one being Niryat Protsahan. So Niryat Protsahan will see an outlay of roughly about 10,000 crore rupees, while Niryat Disha will see an outlay of about 14,500 crore rupees. Now, as the name suggests, Niryat simply means export, Disha means direction, and Protsahan means motivation. So under one scheme, there will be motivation and sort of more of financial benefits being given, such as trade finance support, export credit finance, and Disha. Under Niryat Disha, there will be targeted support for sectors that will be coming in terms of export quality compliance, in terms of overseas market access, branding. And all of these are very, very important, especially when exporters are constantly looking at diversifying away from the US now into slightly more riskier geographies like Latin America and North and West Africa. So those are some key imports, key policy changes coming in. Of course, from the top ministers, you already heard on the August 15th speech from the Prime Minister himself, the GST rate rationalization also being looked at as a way to boost consumption, to boost domestic demand. Apart from the reforms agenda that is also on cards of this Modi government, is to sort of more and more impetus provided to ease of doing business, as well as more investments coming into India as well. What we're also seeing is that there could be a possible tweak to FDI norms that could be seen in terms of boosting exports. What we're seeing is that there is a mulling over the idea of running pilot programs on how large e-commerce players like Amazon, Flipkart, eBay can run an inventory-based model instead of a marketplace model. That is something that has been a long-standing demand also of these companies, because currently, according to laws, these companies cannot operate inventory-based models. They can only operate as marketplaces. But what this will mean is that an Amazon will be able to buy directly from Indian sellers and then push it out via their platforms. That means that Indian sellers will be able to get their monies faster, they will get better access, and they won't have to deal with a larger, longer process of payment settlement as well. So those are some policy changes, policy responses that are in the works in response to this tariff hit.
Got it. Thanks so much, Rishabh, for getting us those details.